Shalom, family. Shalom to everybody. Glad to see you all here. I was just a tad bit under the weather. Pollen levels here in my state are like through the roof. So, the allergies, the pollen, the sinus infections. I got a sinus infection. I'm still not fully over it, but I'm better than yesterday. Yesterday was far worse. So, this story that I'm about to tell you came out on Newsweek. See if I can pull that up. Here we go. This story came out on Newsweek, ladies and gentlemen. And let me share. All right. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Please give me a 1. It's great to see all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. All right. So let me just go back here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, recently, this story just came out recently, but it actually happened back in 2017. So this is Newsweek, May 11th, 2021. Police ordered to pay Nation of Islam $130,000 for blocking Louis Farrakhan's reparations speech. Okay. So what happened was he gave a speech on slave reparations, ladies and gentlemen, and the London Police and Council over in the UK sabotaged it. So no one over there could see it. It was supposed to be broadcast there. So we're not surprised because this is what these folks do. They're always trying to be in our business and sabotage things we say. And they seem to always have an abundance of concern about everything we do. But we don't follow them around and worry about what they do because they're too damn boring for that. So let's get on with the show. England's High Court of Justice ordered the Metropolitan Police Service and Lambeth London Borough Council to pay $130,000 in damages to Black activists from the Nation of Islam Monday, with the judge ruling that agencies work together to prevent Louis Farrakhan from giving a 2017 speech on slave reparations. The High Court Justice Neil Stevens Garham ruled Monday that Met Police and the Lambeth City breached human rights of 34 Black representatives from the UK Nation of Islam ahead of an August 2017 event called Fourth Africa International Day of Action. The organizers had scheduled Farrakhan to deliver a remote speech about reparations to Kensington Park event attending. So they had a big screen set up at this park and people came out to watch this speech and they sabotaged it. He planned remarks cited hundreds of years of the transatlantic slave trade as justification for seeking modern reparation benefits. Nation of Islam lawyers rejected police claims that Farrakhan's speech was blocked solely to avoid threats of disorder, which is BS. They did not want this speech to happen. And see, this is them playing God and going overboard, trying to block what we can and cannot see. So, as usual, it's just the usual sabotaging from the same people. Metropolitan Police citing Farrakhan's long history of anti-Semitic remarks. That's BS. Farrakhan is a Shemitic man. So he can't say, well, there's no Semitic anyway. It's just garbage they made up. But he can't be anti-Shemitic because he is a Shemitic man. Okay, them and that anti-Semitic stuff. Okay, remarks. So extreme views were criticized by the High Court for having issued a narrowly tailored event permit, ultimately prevented Farrakhan from remotely calling in to give the speech at all. So they just sabotaged it. You know, if people want to listen to Louis Farrakhan, it is their right to do so. It is not white people's right to block anybody that wants to listen to him. People are grown. They can make those decisions for themselves. But, you know, this is them trying to continue to treat us like slaves. They going to decide for us whether we can listen to him or not. Get the hell out of here. We can decide that for ourselves. Okay, so the High Court on Monday agreed with the Nation of Islam plaintiffs who brought a complaint that accused police and the city council of proactively stifling the discussion on reparations, thus unlawfully infringing upon the plaintiffs' rights under the Human Rights Act of 1998. My clients just wanted to talk about reparations for the historical and continuing effects of slavery. Plaintiff attorney Andre Clovis told the court on the behalf of the 34 Black activists from the Detroit-based Nation of Islam, the Lambeth City Council, and the Metropolitan Police, by eliminating plaintiffs' ability to speak their minds, sought to suppress their ability to think about matters of central importance to their own being. Garham said authorities from both the local Lambeth City Council and Metropolitan Police imposed an illegal ban on Farrakhan's scheduled broadcast about slavery reparations. They were ordered to collectively pay $130,000 in damages in addition to $250,000 legal fees. Clovis said Lambeth City Council and police have spent nearly $2 million fighting the case since 2017 and have continually denied any and all wrongdoing. This has served to compound the insult my clients felt, and it was a serious abuse of public funds, which were deployed not for the benefit of their local community, but to hide wrongdoing and protect their own reputations. Newsweek on Tuesday morning reached out to the Nation of Islam headquarters in Detroit, seeking any additional remarks from Farrakhan, who turns 88 years old today. There you go. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is just ridiculous. It's the same people always trying to control the narrative, treating us like we're children, like we can't decide for ourselves. And it's a disgrace. Thank you, Anne of Yah, for the super sticker, and also somebody else, Teresa Bonds. Thank you so much for the super stickers. Yeah, so that's what they did. You know, Louis Farrakhan, 88 years old. They are so petrified of this man, it ain't funny. It's like even if you mention his name, they just go over the edge. It is ridiculous. But no, they have no right to try to deny Black people, our opportunity to listen to him on slave reparations. If we want to listen to that, isn't that our right to do so? Thank you, Jonathan Israel. When do we ever try to stop them from doing anything? We don't. And nor are we interested in stopping them from doing anything. But when it comes down to us, they always trying to control the narrative. They're always trying to control what we can and cannot do. It's BS. And you need to be called out on it. And I'm glad Newsweek did this story. because I sure never heard about it prior to I don't even think I heard about this back in 2017 when it happened. But I'm glad they sued and at least got money out of it from the people that were the ones responsible. Yeah, he's 88 years old and he looks great for 88. He really does. You go look at an 88-year-old high IQ man. He ain't gonna look half as good. He gonna look like a broken down truck. Yeah, I mean, reparations is something we've been talking about for centuries. And they're sitting there like, you're never going to get this, you're never going to get that. Well, guess what? You're never going to get your society back. You have opened the country, and look at all the things that have happened since you opened the country. You're never getting your society back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he is a very powerful man. He is. They've been scared of him for decades. They've been scared of him for decades. And the man is old now, and they're still scared every time his name comes up. But, a lot of times they do this on purpose. If you notice, every time there was a synagogue shooting, Louis Farrakhan's name came up. Every time there's some shooting of white people, Louis Farrakhan's name. No, it's not his fault. It is them again, once again, trying to control the narrative and trying to drag, somebody prominent within the community through the mud. Yeah, well, you know what, Lions Den, the UK, when it comes down to racism, is just as bad as the US. In fact, that's where all of the racism originated from, the UK. And you see their offspring over here, they never stop being racist. Never. Yeah. And things are not the same over in the European economy either. These people are struggling to get their societies back, and they are never going to get it back. So just like they say, we're never getting reparations, and I'm telling them they're never getting their society back. There you go. You're never getting it back. America is never going to be the way it was back in 2019. You can forget it. It's never coming back. That's why, since they reopened, look at all the stuff that's going wrong. And I'm not talking, these are major things like the gas, the Colonial Pipeline. They got it back up and running, y'all, but they said it's going to take several days to get caught up. So people are still going to be without gas at least for another week in certain areas of, the East Coast and Southeast. Mm-hmm. And this will be their new excuses for keeping the gas prices high. So now they got an excuse. Oh, well, the Colonial. Oh, well, we got to boost up prices. And look at the other things that are happening. Think about this. They got a worker shortage. People are not running out here over these jobs, and I think they're focused on the wrong thing anyway. A lot of folks say, yeah, well, you got to take the 300 to get them out, but you're looking at the wrong thing. You need to look at the jobs that are being offered out here. The jobs that are being offered are not good. Many of them are part-time with no benefits, or it's full-time and no benefits. They're not good. It is not a suitable job to take care of a family, pay your rent, and put food on the table. Instead of blaming the people for not going out there, why don't you look at the kind of jobs that are being offered? They are not good jobs. People got to make a good enough wage to pay their bills and take care of themselves and their families. That's not what's being offered out here. All they see is, well, you don't want to go out there and get a job. Yeah, people want to go out there and get a job, but they want a job where they can take care of their families. That's the part you're missing. You should see what they're offering here in New Jersey. They're not good jobs at all. Thank you, Corey Green, for the super chat. Yeah, very low wage jobs. And to add insult to injury, I haven't seen that many here that are even giving you benefits. I'm not saying that people should stay on unemployment forever, but damn, offer people a wage they can live on. But, it's just like government officials always looking to take away from the people that actually pay the taxes. It's so typical. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all I'm saying is be real careful before you start siding with governors and people in those positions when it comes down to jobs. What they need to do is be on these business owners that are offering things that people just simply can't make it on. That's where you need to put your direction. You offer a decent enough wage where people can take care of themselves, they'll gladly go out there and get them jobs. But that's not what's being offered. Because I've read, I think yesterday, 15 states are saying they are going to pull the extra $300 a week of unemployment. Okay, so let's say you do that. So you're trying to force people to go out and take jobs that they're going to ultimately not be able to support themselves on. To me, you're going to open up a whole new can of worms. This ain't going to work out the way you think. So I guess what's that? Starve them out. So they're going to starve the people out. That's your solution. I'm telling you, that's going to backfire on you. That's going to backfire real bad, not only on these politicians, but these business owners too that are doing this stuff out here, giving you slave wages with no benefits. Yeah, people can get more than one job to live on, but if you got jobs out here that are not offering benefits, then what do you do? People got children and they got family members and need coverage, you know? And some of these jobs are so low paying, even having two jobs may not even help you. You got to go out there and really look at what they are offering. That's all I got to say. It's easier said than done. Go look at the jobs that are being offered, y'all. Anybody can go out there and look in your area. And I'm just telling you, they are not good jobs. Thank you, Lioness, for the super chat. Yeah. Like I said, it's ultimately it's going to backfire on them when they try to force people hands and they go out there and can't get the money they need to live on. It's going to backfire on many of these politicians. I'm just telling you. And Joe Biden said he was going to deal with business owners that are paying low wages and offering nothing, as far as benefits. But I have yet to see him deal with it because they're sure out here still pulling it off. Mm-hmm. Well, the country has fallen apart because the people running it are just very poor at leading. I mean, look at the shape. Even America wasn't even in good shape before the pandemic. It was all kinds of debt and all kinds of issues, and crime is always a problem. And people, Black people, we've always had the highest unemployment even before COVID. And it's just so much corruption. America is way too corrupt to save at this point. You can't save this. It can't be reformed. It cannot be saved. There is nothing you can do but get all of these people out of the way so it can be ran properly, because they sure ain't going to do it. All they're going to do is keep doing what we have seen over the years, put themselves at the top, do a mediocre to poor job, and then everything falls apart. It's the same. That's all we're going to see over and over as long as they're in charge. So everybody, thank you for coming. I do appreciate all the well wishes that I got yesterday. Thank you. It does help. I am feeling a little better today. Yesterday was torture, but today is a lot better. So we'll be coming back again at 4:30 and go over the Colonial Pipeline paying the hackers a ransom. Boy, we already knew America was weak. Now you're really being weak. Wouldn't that open the door of more hackers coming in if you pay a ransom? That's what I was thinking, but hey. All right, everybody. I love each and every one of you, and wherever you are, I hope you're safe. And I will see you again at 4:30. Shalom, family.